Hey, welcome to Wednesday Wisdom for this week. As you know, last Thursday, Thanksgiving, many of us were down at St. Anthony of Padua to help them feed 800 homeless people in the shelters around the South Bronx. It was a beautiful experience sharing that with the parishioners at St. Anthony of Padua and having our people prepare food and boxes of food for the homeless who were really grateful. But it was in the midst of that we got word that one of the people in the shelter had committed suicide, a mom with 3 small kids. And it just hit home to us, that this whole immigration thing is so difficult, and there's so much tragedy and so much loss and so much pain. Who knows why she did it? I mean, we just prayed for her. And it just underscored for me, that all the good we do in the world, it's always mixed with a lot of sorrow because we can't fix everything. We can't overcome every problem. We can do the good that we can do that's in front of us, and that's what God expects us to do, is to try to touch every soul we can. And yet, we're confronted with our powerlessness too, that we can only do so much good. And that the rest of it we have to leave to the mercy of God and the goodness of God. But for me, it was a reflection too that, this world is always going to be very imperfect. And it's God's work to bring about a new heaven and a new earth. And we just have to try to help him build his kingdom as best we can, but knowing it'll always be limited. Sometimes people get angry at God because the world isn't more perfect. And yet, God's working his plan through time. And we're just a little part of that. In the meantime, we carry that sorrow with us, that we can't make the world better. We can only do a little bit. And we have to accept that limitation and know that we've got a good God who's looking after all the other people that we can't reach. So do the good you can in the time that you have. Make sure you occupy every day with all the good and all the love and all the charity that you can show to others. And then just leave the rest to God.